Hi. I was gonna do live, but I'm too chicken, so you're just gonna have to accept me this way. But anyways, I wanted to show my new updated skincare routine with you. I already brushed my teeth because sometimes I do that, I know. But I'd switch back to this. It's my Hello fluoride-free whitening toothpaste. And I really like it. Like, it helps my teeth be more whiter. This stuff was good, but wasn't helping my teeth, like, be white. So I just will do this with a couple drops. And some water. It's like mouthwash. That's what it is to me now. So this is the Aura Breath. Very good stuff. Very strong. And I already washed my face. I actually didn't use this, but I wanted to show it anyways. This is clinical cleansing complex that I've been using most of the week. It's really helping my skin. Like, I really like it. But today I used a Charlotte Tilbury mask. It's the Goddess Skin Clay Mask. It's so beautiful, and it really helps your skin too. And I'm on that time of month. It finally kicked in, thank God, because I was like off schedule. And I really need it to be on time so that I can do my stuff at the right time. But it's been kind of making things complex for me because that's why I had to move the date. It was going to be in April around my birthday. And because I'll be having my period most likely around that time, I told her a different time. So I'm doing it in May now. But yeah, I just started like literally today. And you know, I'm not actually feeling as bad, like as normal. So I wasn't that much up on the weight. Like, I think only a few pounds. I was 116 this morning, so a couple pounds, but I think I've actually started coming down in weight. So I'm like kind of happy about that because I just started my period. Usually if I'm that, I go even up more. So I might be like, once I'm done with this, I'll know 100% what's going on with me, but I think I'm actually losing, people. Like, go me, go me, go me, go me. But I've been so good to I've been super, super, like, good girl. Like, we don't go out to eat anymore, ever. And, you know, we've been eating a lot healthier. I don't eat as much fried foods or anything like that. Mainly all good lean meats. And, I even stopped, sorry. I even stopped my chocolate, which I was really loving, and I was like, you know, I'd rather look good and feel good in my body than eat stuff that I know is not good for me. And I listened to my body, and it's paying off, you know, and I'm not doing Dr. Bailey this whole month, so it's all on me, like, in what I do. It's not because of pills, you know. It makes you feel better. I'm sorry if this is, like, off link because it's being weird again. I think the cell's corrupted. But anyways, this is my serum that I've been using too. It's my active serum for my acne. And it's helped. So next thing I do is my lip mask. And this is the one I've been using, is by Jeffree Star. As you can see, it's almost out. It's like at the very bottom. But I just take a little bit, my finger. The best thing about this and Lush and bubblegum is that you can lick it off. I know some people think that's gross, but you know what? I'm not one of those people. And then I do my Peter Thomas Roth, or whatever eye serum or cream I'm using at the time. I really want to try the La Prairie Illuminating Eye Cream. Eye Serum. I already did try it and I really loved it. So eye stuff is like also one of my favorite things besides lip, because it's kind of important, you know. This is the Peter Thomas Roth Potent C Power Eye Cream. So it's got vitamin C in there. And just kind of dot it around your eye. And my skin is looking good, especially considering I'm on my period. Usually this is like the worst I will get all month. And it's usually a lot, you know, it's worse, but it's not too bad this lately. This is my Revision Soothing Facial Rinse. It's just a sample, but it's pretty nice. I don't know how much it's doing to help me because I just started it and it's so little, but that's what I got. And yeah, like I told you like earlier, I will be doing more of those videos. I'm just not right now because I don't do anything like that on my period. As most of you know, I won't ever do any nasty ones, even if it doesn't show my area like that. I don't do them when I'm on my period because I don't feel good. And I have to feel good, motherfuckers. No, I'm kidding. I have to feel good though. Like, you don't get it. Like, I don't feel great. Like, I can get on, and I'm surprised I'm able to because normally I don't even show myself when I'm on my period, but I just felt like it today, you know, because I have things to say, and I wanted to be seen, and I like to do videos, so, there. But anyway, this is as little as I take of this. This is my Erno Laszlo. It's an essence. This is the White Marble Essence Lotion Concentrate. And it's so nice. It helps your skin be so soft. And that's the line Marilyn did. And I love her, like, forever. This is my one I told you about. Oh, and I had to tell you, like, I had the essence for this too. It was beautiful too. And it's in a beautiful glass bottle that I used to use. I probably did a couple times. But it broke. It broke. It's so horrible. Like, I'm so, like, it devastated me. Right in this room. I was, like, using it. I was, like, pouring it in my hand. And it was, like, it was one of those nights I hadn't slept, though, very well. And I think it just slipped or I bumped it or something. And it, like, I was, like, oh, no, as it crashed to the ground. You should have, like, been there and just felt the whole feel. It was so, like, it was devastating because that thing is not cheap. It's like $99 for the big glass. That's actually the small one too, but yeah. I know it's not sanitary for all the people out there doing it that way, but you know what? It's my stuff and I'm going to be keeping it, so it's just me that's going to use it. Normally, yeah, I do use some little utensil thing, but I washed my hands before I did this. So. Well, yeah, of course I did. I'd wash my face. Well, I washed off my face, and I used my Germex Moisturizing Original Hand Sanitizer in the big, huge bottle. Yeah. So for those of you who don't think so, that's where you sanitize it. And you have clean skin. Anyway, oh, I didn't tell you about this one yet. See? There. Also, all the naysayers out there. Julie types. Anyways, this is my SK2. This is the Cellulation Cream X. And it's so beautiful, too. It's like, helps your skin to have this glow from within. And I know it's doing something nice for my skin. I just know it. This is my little last product that I've been using. And I will be getting more stuff this month, which I'm excited about. But this is the SkinCeuticals Light Moisture UV Defense Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 50 Daily Moisturizing UVA UVB Lotion with a clean skin finish for face and body. Well, that's why they give you that big tube, because you can use it for your body too, but I only use it for my face. This will last me a couple months. See? It's really all you need because this stuff is so freaking thick. Just put a little, dot it. Look at my face like, Sorry. I can't help it. I'm weird. But you know what? You'll just deal with it. Because if you don't want to, you can freaking go somewhere else. No, I'm kidding. I told you I get weird when I would have bad sleep. I get weird when I am on my period. Now you know why I don't usually come on. So cut me some slack. I'm not in that nasty mood, mind you, that I know all you men wish I was in all the time. But I just can't be. This stuff is really good for like protecting your skin. Which I wish I had done all my life, because I wouldn't have gotten dark spots. Freckles, whatever you call them. I didn't ever use sunscreen, so unfortunately I got freckles all over my face. I was like, oh gosh. Oh, this is not right. You see what us women with freckles have to deal with? Yeah. Oh, this is how I feel on my period. Fuck you, bitches. Yeah. You watch when I get on my weird, really bad parts of my period. Man, I'm freaking ornery. You haven't seen ornery till you've seen me on my period. But anyways, this is my Sun Bum. And it's got SPF 30 and it's in banana flavor. This is what I use on my lips. Oh gosh, that feels good. And then this is something that Toddy recommended. So healthy glow lip balm. I either use this or my MAC lip conditioner, but I can't find it right now, so that's what I'll have to do. And this is my beauty. It's from City Beauty, City Lips. City Beauty, City Lips. And this is in Sangria. But I actually like San Diego the best. I'm getting that next month again. Because I'm like almost out of this tube, as I've been using it all month. And it's that one that I told you gives you the most beautiful lips. It's a lip treatment. It paints your lips beautiful. But eventually, it dies down, but... And then you can just put lipstick over it. And then you'll look beautiful for a minute. And then it dies down and it's your normal lips, but with a little extra something special. And I really like how I think it is a moisturizing type thing, so it helps with that too. But that's my skincare. And I used to have my Tatcha spray that I could do, but I only had the little ones after a while and they're pretty much out, so I can try, I guess, but... See, I got like 2. I don't know. Oh, this one has some in it. This one's like It's an empty. It's an empty. This. I love. It's so like, it's a perfect mist for your whole face, and it just gives you this beautiful like glow. And it smells good when it's going on. It feels refreshing, you know? So, yeah. That's me. No skin, baby. And on my period, thank you very much. And in, by the way, a dress. Oh, that's my, by the way, this is the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Mist. Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. It is very elegant. But this is my dress that I wanted to show you because it's so freaking huge now. I wore this back when I was like way overweight. Now it's like hangs on me, literally, because like even the arms don't really want to hold on. But yeah, this is a big dress. I was at one point 160, 162 at my worst. Okay, I said it. But I mean, I was really bad, out of shape back then, and it didn't help that I took that crappy depot shot. And that's what kind of put me into that spiral. It took away my period, and I gained a lot of weight. I was at the most usually 120, like high 120s. That was usually like my main, like all I ever was. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I shoot up, and I'm like, well, at first it's like in the 130s, and it was 140s, and I was like, what the freak? Because literally, like, I only took 3 of those stupid shot things 3 months apart. They give you a shot on your butt cheek every 3 months. Because I threw up with the birth control pills. My doctor wanted to get my hemoglobin under control, so she basically gave me those stupid depot shots. And like, if you haven't been on them, don't freaking go on them. Don't go on them unless you're like life and death depends on it. Otherwise, don't. Just don't, please. It's horrible. And those things are like, should be illegal. But anyways, it was like, I shot up in my weight more than I ever had before. Like, usually 130 something was pretty out there for me, you know. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like getting heavy. What am I doing wrong? And I went into my my doctor, and I told her, you know, and the people, they kept asking me how I felt on those shots, because those shots were like a new thing they had just started. And so I was like a guinea pig with some of the other people that were on lower medical coverage and all that crap. And so you always get asked these questions. And I was like, they were like, how do you feel? And I was like, well, I am gaining weight. And they're like, well, it's probably just something you're eating or a change. And I was like thinking to myself, no, I'm not changing. I'm working my ass off at my job, because I worked at McDonald's. Yeah. At that time, I was working at McDonald's, and sometimes I had to walk to work. It wasn't like bad, the walk, but you know, because I had done way worse than that. Trust me. Back then, I rode my bike all over the place. I would walk all over the place. I took the bus a lot, especially before I met Isaac. I was always on my own, doing my own thing, going here, going there. I never stayed in one spot very long. That was when I was in my early 20s. Yeah, those were good years. But yeah, it was like, must have been very muscular because I was in my 120s, but yeah, it didn't seem like as much as I was, like I seemed way skinnier than I was now when I've been in my 120s. So I think it's like very much muscle because of how much I exercised. But you know what? Whatever. When you ride your bike so much, you're going to get muscle, and you don't eat hardly ever. I usually ate at Meyer, when they'd have those little, they give us our little, you know, lunch break, I'd usually just graze on something, and that's my whole food I'd eat most of the day because I never ate breakfast. And I'd sometimes come home when it would be so late at night, I wouldn't even eat. I wouldn't remember. So I just mainly eat, like, when I was at work. That's it. And that was usually not much anyways. So now that I think about it, I probably was starving myself. Oops. Well, whatever. I still had the energy. Somehow I had the energy to get to work and back, and then I didn't need sleep aids back then. I just collapsed once I got home. So that was my little life. You know, go to work, come home, go to work, come home. That's my life when I was in college too. Go to school, do the classes, visit my friends, do my different works that I had, because I did morning at one point, and then I did catering, and I did dinner sometimes when I was, you know, eventually they changed me to dinner, and I had to do first, I was in the dish room, then they let me serve because I got my doctors to tell me I didn't have to. But anyways, yeah, I was doing that, and I was involved in a lot though. I was even in little, you know, groups that would go out and do stuff. I was a busybody. I always was doing something. So me sitting around and doing it, not as much. I always have to keep my mind busy because it's so used to doing a lot of things. It's used to going here and there and everywhere. So when I get into acting, finally, I will be back to that ability. And it will be back to normal. And it will be happy again. Because it loves doing that. And even with me and Isaac, we've done community service so like multiple times at different places. We've been involved in a lot of different situations and groups of people too. So it's been, you know, it was still just as decent when I got with him. Not as much, but we still did our things. So yeah, and we were in a lot different, like, odd jobs together too at times. Those were weird. But yeah, but all because of this, right? But that's why I lost so much weight. And I went from 163 and my highest, I'm down to like 116. So I've been, you know, my journey in weight loss and weight gain and all that is like so extensive throughout my life. It's been the most strongly affected thing in my life. And that's why it's important for me to come into my body and love who I am. And work on my tone, which I'm going to be doing those raps after my period's done. And I'll probably share some of it with you too. And, you know, it'll be fun. I won't get no 6-packs, so don't think like that. But I might, by the time my period's done, I might have lost a couple pounds. Maybe I'll be down to 114 again. So I'd have another month to get down to 110. But this is me doing it, you know, it's so much better when it's you doing it. And I realize my main thing is my digestion. Like, that's what makes me either gain or lose. Like, if I'm having a good digestion time, I will lose. If I can't go for a couple days, I'll gain. You know, it's not fat. It's not fat at all, because you know how I know? I have one of those scales that tells me what my percentages are. It's actually, a lot of it's mostly water weight. It's like 63, 64%. Well, it went up to 64 today because I started my period. Normally it's like 62, 63 in the water weight division. And I'm only 14% body fat, people. So I'm not really fat at all. I just bloat a lot because of my water weight retention, and I don't know. I'm like 45% muscle. So that's kind of cool, you know, and so I think my body type is one that can hold the muscle better than some people because I'm so small and short. Short and petite people will do that more. So, so that's kind of what it's like, and you know. But that's my day. That's what I am. And I'm still hoping to get to 110. Now, if I can get even lower than that, by like just sticking to, I might try no chocolate or anything like that for a couple months and see how much I can lose based on not even allowing myself stuff like that. But one thing I'm gonna do, me and my husband, when we go to New York, we're gonna do one cheat day, and I'm gonna have some It Works Fat Fighters, and because we're gonna be good all these other times. No eating out, no nothing. And when we are able to, I'm gonna go, and we're gonna go to one of those fat ass hotels with the 6-course meals or whatever, and we're gonna like go to one of those and be like, feel like elegant. You have to actually have dress code and everything. And we're also we're thinking about, I want to go to this one cheesecake place too afterwards. So that will be my cheat day. My cheat, like, it will have been like forever though. I won't have eaten like really bad foods since then. Then I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go back to no eating bad foods. But I'm so excited to go to New York. I'm so freaking, because we might go to Statue of Liberty too. And the park, Central Park, where SVU's recorded and everything is done, in Times Square and all that. And, it's worthy, because we haven't gone on a trip in like 8 or 9 years. We haven't gone on a real, like, decent trip. I mean, like, that's that amount of time where you get to spend the night at a hotel before and after. And then we're going to spend 2 nights in New York, like near New York, in New Jersey area. So I'm like excited. Like, I looked up all the reviews on Choice Hotels, and I had to see what people said about the stuff. And these ones are really good. So, I mean, just going and doing my pictures is enough, but, this makes it even better, because it's a whole vacation now. It's like a whole trip. And it's going to be good to get away from here for a while. Because, we're always stuck here. And I want to have other areas I can tape from and, record what we do and not be around all these people because they're freaking driving me nuts. People here are weird. But, I mean, they're not horrible, but they are weird. And the guy by us, like, smokes like a chimney. He's kind of a freaking weirdo. Oh, and don't get me started about the cops around here, which I also wanted to talk about, by the way. I was going to anyways. The cops here are assholes, and they're stalkers. And I believe that one of them, at least, is in on it with my regular stalker. Because I was pulled over one time, and the guy just mainly focused on me, and I don't even drive. And came to the passenger and was talking straight to me. But I had glanced over at him at one point. And I think he noticed me, like, look at him. And he started coming over by us. Like, he was interested in what I was doing. And it shouldn't have even been about me. It should have been about my husband. He's the driver. And it somehow was about me. And then he was like, yo, you seem a little nervous. I think he wanted to, like, literally take me out, handcuff me, and, like, go in there and rape me or something. I literally do. And that really is scary when you know that you have freaking officers that are nasty like that. Like, they shouldn't even be allowed. Because, what, you're going to sit there and take me in because I gave you an odd look? Like, that's not even legal. It shouldn't be. Then, his excuse was why he pulled us over. I pulled you over because your tail light was out. Your bumper tail light. Like the bumper light. For the little bumper sticker thing. I mean, the little back bumper thing. It was like he acted like that was out. He didn't even tell us until the very last minute. Mostly he focused on me and talking about where we were going and why I was having this attitude. You know why I had an attitude? Was because he approached on my side and it was really weird and I was kind of very uncomfortable. He kept staring at me. He was supposed to be talking to my husband. And he's sitting over there on my side, like, gawking at me. Yeah, that would make me feel weird. Never have I had some odd officer do that unless, you know, they have a female and a male. And the female might go and approach the female. And the male might approach the male. You know, that's kind of how it's supposed to be. But this guy was freaking weird. Anyways, I'm sorry to get off subject. But that was just freaking, it's weird, you know? It makes me wonder if he knew about us. That was back when we had our old car. We had this new one and we haven't been messed with at all, so. But we were messed with a lot by these officers. They do judge your car and what you have here, and I think it's wrong. That's called discrimination, people. Anyways, I'm getting annoyed with this stupid cell phone. Eventually I will get a new one. Because it takes them a while to hack through the new one. So it'll be good for a while till it's infected too. I've gotten so used to this happening. That's why I have a nonchalant attitude. But it's annoying. Like at the beginning, most of the time I realize now all those times, probably him. Because he'd give me some stupid odd link. Back in the days, I would open them. I didn't know what the heck they were. Now I don't. I don't open people's links unless I 100% know who the person is. If I don't trust it. And even some of my regular people I really shouldn't trust because he could hack their stuff, you know. And then make it seem like he sent me something, but he didn't. That's why my things always freeze up at certain moments and it makes me look so stupid, I know. I'm sorry. I'm not really trying to be stupid, but I have to focus on other things, not getting a new cell phone. I wish I could. Maybe in June. It'll be my brother's birthday. My birthday's in April. I'm going to be 27, y'all. No. I wish I would be 27. Sorry. I'm going to be 37. Like, wouldn't 27 be so cool? Wouldn't it be cool to be 10 years younger again? Oh my gosh. I feel so old now. Like, I'm an old lady. I'm like only almost 3 years from being 40 years old. My gosh. I don't feel it though. You can tell I don't look it. I'm lucky. And I'm going to milk that to as much as I can. Because I've seen some people, you know, that I used to deal with and everything, and they look way older. So I'm pretty good for my age. I've been hit on by multiple young guys, so obviously I look young. Some of them my nephews. That's kind of disturbing, but you know what? Whatever. Okay, I'm sick of getting all these weird messages. Like, go away, people. You ever notice that? Like, you ever have that issue? Where you're doing something and then all of a sudden everybody starts, like, writing and stuff? Like, fuck off. I'm busy right now. No, I'm kidding. I'm not trying to be rude. I know they're just writing me for most of the time to get weird pics. Do I send them? No. They can go to my ex videos. Like, I shouldn't have to send each person individually. That's what everybody doesn't get. I have something called an X videos account. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm already low. You know, that's weird. It didn't used to do that so fast. The battery's being drained again. Fucking ass. That's him, people. Now you see what I have to deal with every freaking time. But anyways, I'll upload this and I hope that you have a good week. Oh, and happy hump week. Happy hump day. It's still hump day. You know, that's kind of a weird connotation, but I could think of a lot of odd things for that. I bet you could too. Because you all have the same mentality. Oddities. Well,